Kenya now, where a high court has ordered a temporary lifting of government ban on protests in 3 main cities. In the last few weeks, protesters have concentrated in Kisumu. Smaller crowds are seen in Nairobi and Mombasa in response to Raila Odinga's withdrawal last week from the presidential election rerun scheduled for October the 26th.
Now, opposition supporters setting tires alight, hurling stones at police, and in some cases looting stores and destroying property were banned last week, or last Thursday. But that announcement by Security Minister Fred Meitangi has largely been defied, notably in the western stronghold of Kisumu, where 3 people have been shot dead by police.
Meanwhile, President Uhuru Kenyatta insists that his country is not in crisis. President Kenyatta was speaking to supporters at a rally in Nyahururu, north of Nairobi. On Friday, police used tear gas to disperse demonstrations in Kenya's 3 main cities and shot dead 2 protesters in the southwestern county of Siaya.
Now, Kenyatta called for peaceful demonstrations in line with the Constitution, condemning attacks on property and vehicles.
Kenya has no crisis, Kenya has no problem. The problems that we have are a result of one man who goes by the name of Raila Amolo Odinga, who has refused to be a Democrat, who has refused the will of the people and is desirous to take power through the back door by causing violence, commotion and chaos in Kenya. But Kenyans have said, we are a nation that is governed by the rule of law, and we are a nation that is governed by a constitution.
We have already said that we will not go for election if thieves are in charge. We want to go for election on a level field. We will uproot all the thorns, we will remove all the tree stumps, we will remove all the stones, we will cover all the holes, and we will enter that field and see each other man to man. If that's not it, they can battle with their stooges. We are saying no reforms, no election. The way you have come out in large numbers, tomorrow we are having a peaceful demonstration. We will do our demonstration in peace, no reforms, no election. How many of you are in agreement? Can I see your hands? I will be there to fight for our rights, to fight for the rights of people of this city. We are fighting for the rights, and we will be there at the demonstration, and I will be the one leading.
Right, joining us now via Skype, or phone rather, from Abuja is human rights and international law expert Adeola Oyinlade. Adeola, it's good to have you join us right now.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Great. Now, we hear the slogan, no reform, no election, no reform, no election. That's what is on the lips of so many opposition supporters in Kenya. Some people have interpreted to be a pointer to the fact that Kenya could be in the brink of a political crisis that will take them back to 2007, the way things have been that year, which everyone said we shouldn't allow this to happen again. What are you seeing from the goings-on in Kenya?
Well, it's very unfortunate that Kenya had made a quantum jump from a political crisis in 2007 by virtue of the election they had in 2011. It's now going back to almost what they experienced in 2007. It's very unfortunate that a lot of people have died as a result of this political crisis. It's also very unfortunate that the leading opposition figure is pulling out of the rerun election. I understand his own position that he does not believe in the system except reforms are made. But regrettably, pulling out has dashed the hope of millions of supporters that he had, people actually who believe in his own leadership, people who believe, people who have sacrificed their lives, their resources, time, and so many things to make sure that he eventually emerged. Election, free, fair, and credible election will always be a civic test of democracy in Africa. We understand that this is a serious challenge in Africa. We know some countries are getting it right, are doing better, like Ghana. But the situation we have in Kenya is what I believe that if Odinga is not actually pulling out with, the fact that he has called the attention of the whole world to what is going on in Kenya, with the interest of people also looking at the way the road will go, I think he might be able to get what he wants if eventually he's going into the election. But pulling out the election is a big setback for the democracy in Kenya.
And that's exactly the question on the lips of many as to why Odinga would pull out of this election, which he so desperately has demonstrated that he wants it by all costs, and that seems to be the case. But it's snowballing into, from an electoral crisis to a political one to a constitutional one, and then now talks about secession beginning to sound more or less. The word marginalization is also the operative word here, where the Luo people, where Odinga comes from, are complaining that they've never had a chance at rulership or governing the country.
No doubt about the fact that Kenya is also a heterogeneous country where we have different country where we have different ethnic groups, and then of course no doubt about the fact that his own particular ethnic group has not produced the president ever since Kenya has been having a change of leadership in the past, and then of course this is expected where people always believe in equity, justice, and fairness. If it appears that your own ethnic group is not having the opportunity to also play his own role or to lead, then it will appear that your own ethnic group is marginalized. Yes, ethnicity cards always come up when there are challenges, there are issues in politics. Of course, but one thing that I like about him is his own position, countering the secession that has been played in Kenya at the moment. You agree with me that some people are calling for secession for the fact that their ethnic groups have been marginalized. But he felt that even though they have a genuine point, but secession card is not what Kenya needs at this point in time. Yes, it's everywhere. All over the world. If it appears that your own ethnic group is not getting its own fair share as expected, as you are projected it, then you feel that you are marginalized. And what most ethnic groups normally employ at this point in time is to make them understand that if you don't want to give us our own share of share, share as far as serving the country is concerned, there we can go as well. But like he said, his own position is against secession, and I think that's the right position. But I feel that the reforms that he's talking about, virtually everything cannot be met at this point in time. In a situation whereby you want the company printing ballot papers, supplying ballot papers to be, for the contractual agreement to be terminated immediately, I know that may not fly. But I understand the fact that he's calling for a restructuring of the Electoral Commission, having some people on board, new people, just to be fair to him. But with the limited time we have, some can be looked into, but I doubt if eventually everything can I think it should be a win-win situation. But I still believe that if the man is in the race, with all the fears that he has, they can also be looked into.
All right. Adeola Oyinlade, thank you very much for talking to us on TVC Breakfast.